What's up, tubers? It's your boy Ichi, and in this video I want to talk to you about taking your Xbox One headset and actually removing the cord and making your own adapter so that you can use your Astros, your Turtle Beach, your Tritons, whatever you like to use the game with from the PS3 and the Xbox 360. As of right now, this particular piece is new. And they don't have any adapters for it yet. There's a few people on eBay that have come up with some pretty slick solutions, but outside of that, there's really no answer for how to actually do this. And at some point, I've got to assume real soon, with Titanfall on the horizon, that Xbox is going to be bringing these adapters to the market, and it'll probably just be this piece, and you connect them to the bottom of it, and that'll end up being how you'll connect to your controller. But if you're like me, raise your hand. You feel like they should have included this in the box, or at least an adapter in the box, because not everybody wants to game with this. Granted, this isn't an awful headset, it's just not the best. So in the lower corner of the video that you're seeing right now is me actually taking this thing apart, the trials and tribulations. It was super easy. I think it was a Torx 6, might have been a Torx 5, I can't remember, but it was easy to take this apart, and I put it back together and kept all the inner wires intact, just in case I ever wanted to use this for something, because it's still a brand new headset. I just didn't want to use it to play my game when I have $300 Astro A50s. So I went from this with a cord to just this with an end on it, and I will show you what that looks like. Ta-da! And I'm not 100% finished with it yet. I still have a piece of shrink wrap here left before I finish, but I wanted to take this opportunity to kind of show you guys how everything looks, and it is a booger to get this off. But I went to Radio Shack and I bought a $3 2.5 millimeter audio jack. There you go. And I bought it, and I've got it here so you guys can see how I have it wired up. And I'm gonna push in, I'm gonna talk about it real quick. This is a 2.5 millimeter audio jack, pretty straightforward. You can find them pretty much anywhere. You have to decide ultimately if you're gonna do this mod, do you wanna do male or if you wanna do female. I went male because if I ever went to another set of headsets, I would be able to just actually stick this in and it'll sit flush up against the headset. Now, hold on a second, let me grab my Astro A50s, because with the A50, what you run into is that the plug here is recessed, which is a pain in the ass. So that's recessed in. So I could have probably carved that out, but I didn't want to tear up my nice headsets, because I only will use it like this for the Xbox One. So what I did earlier on in the process was I took the actual Astro cable. As you can see, it's got a little A on the end there, and it should have the little A around the neck there, and I shortened it. And as you can see, there's a piece of shrink wrap here because I cut a lot out. And just to give you an example of how much I cut out, here is what it looks like right now, and this is the rest of the cord. So it pretty much, hell, it over doubles. And I cut all this extra cord out so that I could make a small little adapter that would fit factory in the Astro A50s, like so. If you see that, everything fits like normal there. And then this will plug into a pass-through. And this is a 2.5 to 2.5 that I picked up at Radio Shack. You can order these online cheap, but it's basically, it is just that. It's a coupler, and it's a 3/32 if you don't know what 2.5 millimeter is, but I bought two of them just in case one was faulty. But basically, I plug into this side, this other side will plug into the actual headset adapter that I rigged up, and that is that. And then this part will plug into the actual controller. When you remove your Xbox One cord, you'll get 3 wires. You'll get a white, you'll get 4. You'll get a white, which you kind of see, let me get it here. You get a white, you get a blue, you get a copper strand that's wrapped around the white, and you get a black. That black you do not need. I repeat, that black you do not need. That's why I have it there. And just to show you guys even further that you don't need it, I'm gonna clip it live for you. You do not need this black. It doesn't do anything for you. It's another ground that you don't have to worry about. And on this particular setup, if it's a top mount where you've got your blue and your white, make sure it's focusing. Bear with me, guys. The blue goes in the first slot, the white in the back slot. And that's the way that this particular wiring setup happens. And I know this basically by trial and error. I tried it a few different ways. And the reason I've got so much solder on that ground, and I've got it crimped here on the end. The reason I've got so much solder on that ground is because I was getting feedback. So if you attempt this mod, if you've attempted this mod and you start getting a lot of in your headsets and the voice is pulsating, that's a problem. That means something's not right, and that means you probably don't have your ground connected good enough. So I really laid the solder on thick with this ground in order to get the results that I wanted. Now, the only thing left to do with this particular guy is to close it up, and it's pretty straightforward the way it closes. It's so tight, that's what she said, I know, that I grab it with something and make sure that this head goes on the way it is supposed to. Alright, so I got everything set up here pretty much the way it's gonna work. The only other thing I like to do in this particular case, there's a little gap in there. I run a little heat shrink up in there, and I will shrink it from the back end just to make sure everything looks the way I want it to look. And I will do that with my heat gun, which is on cue. And if you guys want to watch here, you'll see it happen. It happens really quick. And heat shrink is good. Take a couple seconds before you go touching it and let it dry good. But I've heat shrunk this, and as you can see, it looks pretty straightforward. It looks really clean, and it's a nice install. So once I've got this like this again, let me bring my headset back into the picture. Move all this other stuff out of the way that you guys don't care about for the purposes of this part of the video. And we plug everything back in together, and it'll look like that. And the only other thing I need to do is plug into the controller and test it. So without further ado, let's go do that. All right, guys, so I've got everything hooked up, and right now my headset would freaking die. But as you can see here, whoa, feedback. My headset was working there. It's not working because I just flipped it up, but I've got just some power run to the headset. I've got that plug that I built plugged in, and I just want to show you guys that when I flip my headset down, you start to see me talk up in the upper corner, and that's what you want to look at up there. So when I'm quiet, it stops. When it's a little bit of a delay, but not bad. Now I'm gonna actually put this guy on my head, and you can kind of see me in the back, and everything sounds pretty freaking good. I can mute it as I just muted it here. I'll mute it, so keep your eyes peeled to right here, because that's what you're looking for. So it's muted, as you can see, but when I unmute it and pull it down, no mute, you can see as I talk that the little donut grows to a normal size. When I'm quiet, nothing. Start talking, stop talking. So it's pretty cool. Just to show you guys that everything is working like it's supposed to, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna go into my settings. I just want to show you guys that I do not have the connect on right now, at least for me to talk through. And as you can see right there, there's no check with use connect microphone for chat, so that's not hooked up right now. So we'll get out of that and we'll go back here and we'll go back into party. And yeah, you can see me talking. You can see that it's lit up and it's going directly through. And once I hit the mute button, my voice goes away. All my volume up and down buttons are working. When I click again, I can start talking. And this again, for those of you that are having issues, what you want to look at. That's good. When I'm talking, it's working, and when I'm quiet, oh, never mind. It even picked up my whisper. So as you guys can see, that's how it works. Now I'll show you. You can see me here. When I flip my headset up like that, it stops talking too. So it kills the microphone both ways by normally doing it through the headset or doing it through my connector. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, I say this is a success, and everything works, full functionality. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.